So an elemental meditation, a Stupa visualization practice. So settling into your own body as you are right now, whether you're sitting, laying down, or standing. Taking these few moments, start to notice the movement of body with breath. Gentle expansion with the in-breath, the release and settling down with the out-breath. And with the out-breath, enjoying a softening down of body into whatever your supports are today. Chairs or cushions, the floor, your feet. Connecting to this magical, breathing, living being. And as we move through this practice, through this elemental meditation of the stupa, you may want to have a sense of the elements in yourself, as well as perhaps an imagined picture in your mind's eye. So beginning with a sense of earth, noticing what earth feels like to you right now. Perhaps it's sandy and loose, quite solid and chunky. Maybe there's a hard time having a sense of solidity to it. Maybe there's a free flowing to it. If we can imagine that earth coming into perhaps the shape of a cube, some sort of a large platform. It's outdoors, it's earth sitting on earth. Maybe noticing the smell or the color of the earth, as well as the texture. And resting on top of this earth, imagining a globe of water, a sphere of water. How is that water appearing or feeling to you right now? Maybe it's murky or cloudy, sparkling clear. Is there a fluidity to it? Feeling that sense of water against earth, just as we feel it in the body. Noticing if you have any sense of the color of that watery sphere. And on top of that sphere we see, and we can feel a cone of heat, of fire, temperature, warmth. Maybe it's huge, maybe it's larger than the whole rest of the globe and the cube of water and earth. Perhaps it's all in proportion or very, very tiny. You can barely sense it. What color might that fire, that cone be? Maybe there is no color. Maybe you smell it. Or just feel its heat. Moving from earth, it's maybe more solid, the fluidity of water. And the heat, expansion of fire. On top of that cone of fire, there is air. Perhaps air seems invisible to you. Perhaps air is everywhere. You might try to sense a bit more closely and have a sense of air resting in a saucer, just gently, delicately perching on top of that fiery cone. Maybe the air is as broad as the sky, or no smaller than a tea saucer. Does it have a color or a texture? Starting from the ground, our earth, in whatever form it may be, that sphere of water. Maybe it's changed as you come back to it, in connection with earth below, fire above. Resting almost surrounding the fire as air, reaching everywhere. And then in this dish of air, we see a beautiful drop that is space, Akasha. How can space have form? Perhaps we're just sensing one tiny piece of it, just as we're sensing one tiny bit of earth and water, fire and air, space incorporating them all, and shimmering, and perhaps multicolored drop. A sense of how we've moved up through this elemental stupa, gradually transforming, consolidating and releasing. And taking these last few moments, if you haven't already, that sense of the elemental stupa within your own body, your earth, your water, your fire and air and space. May not be in the same form, but all merging, transforming from one to another. Nourishing and letting go. And now beginning to let go of the practice itself. Returning to the body as it is right now, stretching your fingers, perhaps turning the head softly from side to side, lowering chin to chest if you're able to, opening face to sky. If you're laying down, rolling on to your side. And then gently pushing yourself up to sitting. Letting yourself bring this practice to a close.